On sanctions, what has the government done so far, and what further plans do you have to increase sanctions on Russia and the supporters of the Putin regime?
Well, we moved pretty early and quickly with allies in the US and the EU to deal with some of the banks, to get alignment and exclusion from the SWIFT system. We've worked on stopping the Russian central bank use its foreign currency reserves to prop up the economy. And we saw an immediate impact in terms of about a third of the value of the ruble taken off almost overnight. Obviously, the Russian stock exchange hasn't been able to function. We've seen the London Stock Exchange delist about 30 companies. But we do recognise that there's more to be done. So next Monday in the House of Commons, we will be bringing forward the economic crime bill. And there are a number of measures in that which will make it easier to move more quickly. We'll streamline the legislation so that we can actually take that list of prescribed entities and individuals and move forward to actually delivering the sanctions. In normal times, that legal framework has lots of safeguards, but for the almost unique circumstances we face with what Putin is doing in the Ukraine, it's right that we bring forward that legislation so we can actually get to those individuals and get to that sanctioning moment without the same longer process that we have at the moment.
Many of my constituents have been in touch with me to say that they very much welcome what the government's been doing. We've just heard from a Ukraine diplomat saying that she thought that the international community had done more than they'd originally expected. But some of my constituents say that it seems that other countries in the EU seem to have gone faster at sanctioning particular Russian oligarchs and things like that. Is that true? Could we have gone faster to sanction particular individuals who are supporting the Putin regime?
Well, I think we've worked together with allies in many areas. It's important you do work together, otherwise you leave gaps where that money can go. I certainly recognise that this bill will be very welcome on Monday to move things forward, make it easier for the Foreign Office lawyers to do their work. But I don't accept that somehow we're significantly behind. We played a significant role in bringing the EU and the US together on SWIFT, for example, on the banking elements. But this legislation is urgent. We want to get it through on Monday. I'm sure. I hope we can get a cross-party agreement, and we will then be able to move forward more swiftly on that, on the specifics of individuals. But it is about, as I say, streamlining that legal process to make it a bit easier to move forward.
Set out how the damage that's happened to the Russian economy, the collapse in the currency and the rest of it. Many of our viewers might be interested to know what you assess the impact might be of these sanctions on our economy. What pain might we suffer from these sanctions?
Well, we look very carefully at that, and obviously there are implications to the wider energy market, which we're not directly dependent in the same way that some of our friends in Europe are. And obviously you'll have seen the impact on the prices, the future prices of some commodities like wheat. We recognise that there will be issues as we move forward. I mean, that's why on the cost of living crisis, you'll obviously know that the Chancellor brought forward last month a number of interventions to assist more generally. But obviously these things will develop over time, and partly it's difficult to be certain because we don't know, how long this invasion will last and how it will play out. But we're aware across the different departments of government, different commodities and different supplies that may be disrupted, and we look very carefully at that in every case and find alternatives where we can.